Flatiron has a simple mission, which is to make remarkable steak accessible to all. There are lots of fantastic places to eat steak in the UK and beyond, but we wanted to do things differently, and we wanted to try and sort of democratise it. And that manifests itself in a number of ways in our restaurants, primarily the core products, which is absolutely critical. And with that, we're very much about do one thing and do it really well. We don't have starters, we don't have coffee, we don't have desserts, because it's hard enough operating restaurants when you have all of these different things and getting it all right all the time. So we're super focused on doing just a few things and really, really, really well. The beef underpins that unquestionably. We spent a long time searching for the right cut that would give us a delicious steak at a price that allowed it to be accessible to all. And again, our approach to our sides and our sauces has always been to carefully source the best possible ingredients and then treat them well to deliver what we think is an excellent eating experience. The environment is also critical at Flatiron. We don't have white tablecloths and bow ties and some of the things that are often associated with other steak restaurants, which can often feel kind of more of a special occasion. We like to have restaurants that feel really accessible. We like to have, often utilise the features of a restaurant. So we favour old buildings. Many of our restaurants are listed, and when we get on site, we are able to kind of pull out some of the character that already exists in there and then kind of, put our own identity into that space. So I think the sort of combination of the way that we've approached our menu with the environment that we create makes that, helps us achieve that goal of remarkable steak accessible for all. It's absolutely correct to observe that with such a sort of small number of SKUs that exist within our supply chain, both the quality and the commerciality of that setup is critical for us. Part of being, having remarkable steak accessible for all is around the price. So we have an excellent in-house team in both supply chain and procurement, but we were drawn to Prestige through frankly recommendations from peers who we admire, and then through meetings that we had with Sean and the team at Prestige, we were very drawn to their approach, and we felt that they would bring a level of expertise that we didn't currently have in-house, that would basically just help us maximise the efficiency of our supply chain. From when we very first started with Prestige, we were incredibly clear about where it was acceptable for us to make changes and where it wasn't acceptable for us to make changes. For us, there are some parts of our supply chain that make an enormous difference to the guest experience. The guest experience. And so we were very clear with Sean and the team around what were the no-go areas. Prestige were extremely understanding of that, and then went to work at optimizing other parts of the supply chain where probably we had less focus because we were so focused on what we absolutely wanted, what we knew was absolutely essential to our guest experience. So I think, their approach delivered us the result that meant that we didn't compromise on any of the quality or any of our values that sit behind the products that we asked Prestige to look at, but also gave us great upside where there was no effect on the guest experience. We have an unusual number of bespoke items in Flatiron. I think most people are familiar with the cleaver that sits on every table. There's the little cleavers that we give people for ice cream. We also have a hip flask that is also constantly being stolen. And Prestige helped us sort of approach the kind of supply chain of these quite unusual items that all come from different parts of the world, frankly, in some cases, and maximise the efficiency, as well as helping us realise gains on those more kind of commodity lines that every kitchen or every back of house operation, kind of has to utilise. Well, I think the first thing to say is that we unsurprisingly, considering I'm sitting here, we're extremely happy with the work that Prestige did with us on one sort of part of our supply chain. And as we grow, you know, we're going to be faced with different challenges. You know, I think what's got us here is not going to get us where we need to get to in the next stage of growth. And so I think there's going to be plenty of opportunities for Prestige to come in and evaluate different aspects of our supply chain and procurement processes in the years to come.